Hi Flosstube, it's Katie the Stash Queen and my little helper today, Teresa. Say hi.
Hi.
She wanted to come in and say hello to everybody since she hasn't been in a video for a little while. And you have anything you want to say?
Mommy is a stash queen.
Also say, Mommy's the real Texan.
Mommy's the real Texan if you're watching this, Garrett.
My kids have been introduced to Garrett once or twice before. So, you know, if she says I'm the real Texan, I think she beats Gollum and Smeagol and Carol Channing, because I didn't know that Texas had moved to Middle Earth or that Carol Channing was suddenly a Texan, but she is a Texan. She was born here in Texas, just like I was, just like her daddy was. So you know what? I think we're the real Texans. What do you think, sweetie? Do we win?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you can go, sweetie. Bye. I love you too. Not right now. Sorry, let me adjust this a little bit. I've noticed in my videos of late that the lighting keeps going wonky or something. So hi! On a more serious note, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about Garrett speaking in tongues and weird voices. So, since I can't beat the real voices, really, I don't do impersonations, and I don't think Garrett can beat the Dr. Pepper Needleminders or the adorable Ginger who, you know, proclaimed the winner. I'm willing, if Coffee Stitcher's willing, to call it a truce and to say that he is the real male Texan Stitcher and I'm the real female. What do you say, Coffee Stitcher? Is it a draw? I think it is. Anyway, it is Sunday, August 9th. My hair is kind of crazy today, and so it's pulled up, and I notice I keep messing with it as I'm messing with it now, but I'll try to leave that to a minimum. I hope everyone's had a really good Stitchy week. The end of my week was fine. It's kind of nice to be getting back to my rotation, I say as I keep playing with my hair. Everything has been going well here. We have 2 weeks left of summer vacation. I have a little bit of shopping to do, clothes-wise for the kids. A couple other things that we have to do on our summer bucket list, but you know, it's getting down to school time and I will have a 4th grader and a kindergartner. He's been going to school. I mean, he was in daycare while I worked, and he went to the pre-K through the school district this past year. So I'm used to him being in school. It's not a new thing, but it's going to be the first year they're both in the same school together, like real school, not daycare school. And he, you know, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be new. I haven't done that because when I stopped working, we had about 6 months between the point where I stopped working and the new school year started. So he stayed home with me the whole time. His pre-K was only like 4 hours, so I mean, well, actually like 3. So I wouldn't get a whole lot, you know, it's not like I was alone by myself for long periods of time to get a lot of stuff done around the house. It's going to be an adjustment. It's going to be kind of weird. We'll see how it goes. So I've got lots to talk about today, as I almost always do. I have some haul to talk about. I have my mini whips week in review to show the whips that I worked on for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I get back to my normal whips for the week. Yay! I do have some info, talk about giveaways, and then I have some stash to show you, and I'll talk about that when I get to that. So, haul. First, I'll give an update for those of you who watched my last video in regards to the double order of floss from Jottery Designs. I just want to say Michelle was great. I emailed her right after I got off the phone. Technically, I'm videoing you on the phone, so that's not an inappropriate statement. Once I was done taping with you guys, And I emailed her and I let her know what happened, and she was gracious enough to say that I could go ahead and keep the extra set. So I think that's fantastic. So I'm really excited about that. Let's mute that before things start going crazy. So I thought that was really, really sweet of her. So I'm keeping both sets of the floss that I showed you guys last time. Great customer service. I really appreciate that. I did get one thing in since I saw you guys last. It is a pattern, or set of patterns really, that I ordered from 123 Stitch, and it's called the Biscorno 2 collection from Seba Designs. And I have never done a Biscorno before. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I've never done one of these before. I'll be quite honest with you, as much as I like doing cross-stitching, sewing kind of scares me. Quilting scares me. Putting things together scares me. The stockings that you guys are going to see at Christmas time, I stitched them all, but my mother actually helped me put them together. It's part of it that kind of frightens me, because I don't want to put all of this work in and then screw up my work when I try putting things together. So Biscornos have kind of intimidated me. But being as I'm so actively involved in stitching, again, being that my mom's side of the family is very crafty, and seeing as all of the women on my mom's side of the family, so my grandmother, my mother, her 3 sisters, and I, we are the 6 mothers on that side of the family, 3 generations of mothers. On Mother's Day, all 6 of us exchange gifts with each other. And I've been bad about the gifts the last couple of years because I didn't realize they're going to keep including me in this. I think it's sweet. I think it's wonderful. But I got to do something, you know, for everybody, not just my mom. So I am thinking of making a Biscorno for each one of them. And probably finishing it as a sachet, or maybe as a pin cushion for the ones who do like quilting and stuff. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do 6 or do 5 different patterns for everybody. If I'm going to do one pattern and just do it in 5 different color sets, I haven't decided yet. But this, I figured this was on sale. I like the designs. There's a variety to select from. So I'm going to, at some point, probably relatively soon, start pulling those out to work on and start making them in preparation for Mother's Day for next year. Speaking of that, not Mother's Day, but advanced preparations for next year, in the next month or so, I am probably going to start my advanced stitching on my April alphabet blogging challenge piece. I know I'm doing August ABCs right now in Stitch Mania, and everything I'm stitching on has letters or words on it, but I am going to pick the piece, I think I talked about it in one of my very early videos, that goes with my blog, that April of next year, you post every day on the blog except the Sundays with a theme and the entire alphabet, a different letter each day. So the first would be an A, the second would be B, so on and so forth. I did my Once Upon a Time alphabet sampler for that last year. It was fun. I had a blast, but that was all I worked on that month, except on the Sundays. And what I would like, I don't want to do that again. It was great because there were lots of little mini stitches, or mini finishes rather, but it did burn me out, which is one reason why I did 35 new starts in Stitch Mania the following month. I may have called a truce, but I'm still drinking real sugar Dr. Pepper in the glass bottles, because these videos are the only time I drink real sugar Dr. Pepper in the glass bottles. So I've got a few patterns that I've got in my stash that I'm going to figure out which one I want to do. And I'm probably going to start stitching on it. Not anything big. I'm thinking, depending on when I decide to start on it, and I'll let you guys know when I do, depending on when I decide to start on it, it may just be I pick it up once a week. It may be thrown into my rotation, kind of like what I did when I had the 2 stitch-alongs going at the end of July, where I work 30 minutes a day on that piece and we see where we get to. But I'd like to have it started, not necessarily finished, but started well before April comes, so that I'm not frantically stitching only on that, as well as making the posts and all that. It was a little much, and a lot of the other stitchers that I follow on the blogs are doing the advanced stitching stuff as well. So I'll let you guys know when I make that decision. Totally random off topic. So, week in review, mini week for the review. Only got 3 pieces to show you guys this week. From Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So on Thursday, because I made my video so late on Thursday night, I didn't stitch anything until after I did my video on Thursday, because I knew I was going to start the new August ABCs, and I wanted to do that first. I knew I was going to have to show you guys a couple of holdover projects that I had worked on because I was waiting on my mail to come. I did my hour of August ABCs and then didn't have a whole lot of energy left to do the Sugar Sweet Sampler by Frosted Pumpkin, which was the piece for Thursday. But I got some more letters in on the alphabet. I did L through T. So LMNOPQRST. We're done. So next time this comes up, I should be able to finish the alphabet and then start working on the motifs on the outside and playing with those colors and figuring out what I'm going to switch them for and all that fun sort of thing. So there's that one. Then on Friday, I worked on my Sweet Pea Fairy by Joan Elliott. I was really, really happy with the progress that I made on her. And I'm sorry, let me just unfold this so I can show it and hold it up. When I showed it to you guys last time, she didn't have hair. Now she has hair. Yay! And I think the hair just helps accentuate the beauty of the 1/1 skin. So she's got the dark hair in. There's still light hair, like light highlights that go in the hair, and then the rest of it's all beads. But I'm thrilled. I think she looks beautiful. And now she doesn't look like some weird hairless, bald, armless thing. She actually looks like a fairy now. So I was really pleased with the progress on that. And then yesterday, I wasn't feeling super hot during the day, and then we went to my mom's for dinner, and because we hadn't been over there in like almost a month. We usually go once a week, but between them going out of town and us going out of town and other stuff, we just hadn't been over there for a while. So I did my August ABC hour before I went early, then wasn't feeling so hot, and so I didn't really work on this part until this is The Biggest Stash by Crosspoint Designs. But I worked a lot on the chair. Really all that's left in the chair is the blanket, which is that big empty space on the chair that is hanging over the back. And then I'll be able to do the back stitching on that, because this has enough little motifs that I'm going to do the back stitching as I go along. But there's that. So yay, progress on all of those. August ABCs is going well. You will see an update on that Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, when I get to that for my next week. But it's coming along really well. I've done all of them. I've got 4 hours in on it at this point, I think. If you're part of Stitch Mania, I'm posting it on the event page for August ABCs. But I'll show you guys next Saturday. So next up, sorry, leaning in, I have my whips for the week. And it's actually a normal week. It's 7 whips. And amazingly enough, this is the last 7 pieces, or these are the last 7 pieces in my alphabetic rotation. Next week, I'll start up at the top of the A's. Now, I started my Flosstube channel well past the A's. I was like in the middle of my rotation when I started. I don't exactly even remember where at this point I was in my rotation when I started with you guys. So I know you haven't seen, I haven't gone through a full rotation A to Z with you guys yet, but these are the last 7 before I go back up to the top. So today I'm going to work on the bookshelf by Little House Needleworks. Sorry. I think that's really cool. It's got some of the real classic stories on there. Jane Austen is one of my favorite authors ever. So I was enjoying, I like this piece. It's a good companion piece to the Robin Hood one. I am doing this on 32 Lugana in doubloon from Picture This Plus, and when I started this in Stitch Mania, this is all I got. Just the start of the little leafy border in the middle. And then my minder is the Pride and Prejudice, sorry it's kind of unfocused, but it's the Pride and Prejudice bookminder from Pinoy Stitches on Etsy. Because it's got Jane Austen in this. And ironically, the Jane Austen book they pick is Sense and Sensibility, but Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite books. So that will be today's to work on. Tomorrow is a piece you guys have seen before as part of Wine and Whips and the Disney Dream Stitch Along. I will be working on The Little Mermaid. Here's the full piece. And here is where I left off of it when I last finished it for Wine and Whips. So I've got some good progress made on it during Wine and Whips. I'm hearing crashes outside, I don't know why. And then the minder is one of the pinup Little Mermaid minders from Gina's Unique Needle Minders. So we'll see where I get to working on this tomorrow. Then Tuesday is what I'm most excited about for this rotation, quite frankly. The Medieval Town Mandala. My first chatelaine. I think this piece is stunning. I love it. I have several chatelaine patterns, but this one is the one that called to me the most. Though honestly, if I had Tuscany Town before I started this one, I probably would start Tuscany Town first, but that's okay. This one is just gorgeous. And I am doing this on 32 Lugana in Truffle from Picture This Plus. And here is where I got to when I started this for Stitch Mania. Not super far, it's just a little section in the middle, but several different colors, several different specialty threads. And then the minder I'm using a Jamie minder from Outlander from Minding My Minders. I changed the backdrop on my computer, so now it's kind of reflects more. But I really am excited about getting back to this piece. And let me show you guys why. Besides it being just a gorgeously stunning chatelaine, which it is, this is just so much fun to play with. Look at all this. These are all my specialty flosses, and I've got my beads of all shapes and sizes. I mean, here, I'm not going to show you guys everything, but this is a lot of my little stuff. I don't even know why I have some of it divided up in here versus other places, but yeah, here's the flosses that I had already started using, so they've already been bobbinated because I'm bobbinating them as I use them. And you've got, you know, all the pretty petite treasure braid in different colors and such and thicknesses. You've got all these pretty like needlepoint ink silks. You've got all these different needlepoint ink silks. You've got pretty water lilies. You've just got all sorts of fun goodies. But yes, I kitted this up myself. I'm kitting up my other two that I'm going to work on next year by myself. Or on my own, I should say. And then in this smaller bag, that I don't know why I have a smaller bag, except for the fact that it's got beads. I ordered, no, I mean, like, look at some of these beads. Aren't they beautiful? I need to take inventory of what beads are in here because, oh, and then you've got, like, some of these other crystals that you've got that are going to go in there. Not all of these crystals are going to go in. I've ordered mine, you know, here's, like the little cubes. I'm so excited. Not all of these beads are going to go into this piece because what I did is I just ordered it from Fire Mountain Gems, and I know the European company that kits it up for you sends you what you should need and maybe a tiny little bit more, but I really liked, you know, this is 7.5 grams of these delicas, you know, or this one here, this one is, you know, 4 grams of it. And I shouldn't need all those beads, but I'll have extras. And after I take inventory, which I will do now that I have this easily accessible this month or this week, I'll take inventory of what I've got and figure out, one, I need to buy another tiny bead storage container tray. That may have to wait a little bit though. But I'll figure out what I need, what I have in here versus what I still need to order, because I haven't ordered any of the beads yet for the Tuscany town or the Baltic Sea yet. I've started ordering the specialty threads. I ordered some from Rainbow Stitchery, I guess it is, the one that's going out of business. I ordered some from there. I got a couple that from Colorado that I showed you guys in the last video. I ordered another couple today, and I'll talk about that in a second. But, you know, I'm just so many pretties. And the Medieval Town Mandala is probably going to be the only piece I work on for Specialty Stitch September, because there's lots of specialty stitches in this, and I'm not close to them yet, though I think I will be once I finish some of the middle. So I may just work on this piece for the entire month of September as my stitch along piece, because I have other pieces that I can use for that, but they'd be new starts, and I'm really trying to limit new starts until Raven Queen in October, and then when I start the Biscornus, Biscorne, however you pronounce, whatever the plural for Biscornu is, and then the alphabet one for April. I'm trying to make those the remainder of my new starts for this year, but we'll see. Who knows? Anyway, back to whips for the week. Next one I am working on is the World's Postage Stamp from Soda Stitch. Yeah. And I think this is just really cool. I like all the different stamps from all these different places. I've been to several, not all, but several. And the ones I haven't been to, I really want to go to. And I like Soda Stitch, and I haven't worked on Soda Stitch for a little while, so this is fun. I am stitching this one on 32 Jobelin in Meadow from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And this is where I got to last time. I did a lot of the Sydney, and this one, it's hard to kind of tell, but it's a blue, green, yellow fabric. It's really pretty. So I'll work more on the Sydney block. And then I'm using a TARDIS needle minder from Minding My Minders, because who else is a better world traveler than the Doctor? And this one actually has, you know, oh, it's all it's the whole wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff speech. So there's that one. Then the next one I have is Tuscan Greeting from Dimensions. It's this cute little kit. Of course, mine won't say the Edmonds on it. It'll have our last name on it. And I plan on just framing this up to hang it by our front door when it's done. And here's where I am on this piece at this point. I will say there's a lot of massive mistakes in this piece. Hopefully I remember where I made them and what adjustments I made to them. I just remember there were mistakes. And then I'm using because of the mistakes, and this piece, small as it is, frustrating me so, it's got my red martini minder from Gina. Sparkly! And then the next one I'm working on is Victorian Lady from Joan Elliott. Another one of the beautiful ladies. I love her. Her colors are just so... The green and the pink and the orange you don't think would normally go together, but they just do in this piece, and I love it. And I am doing this one on a 28 Jaslyn in Strawberry Swirls from Under the Sea Fabrics. And here's where I am at this point, just working some on her dress. And then the minder I am using is the Peacock minder from Gina. Not that it has anything to do with this piece, but I just wanted to use it. And you know, it's my projects. I can use whatever I want, right? And then the last whip for this week will actually come up again later this month for the August ABCs. But it is my wedding sampler that was designed by Carolyn Manning for me as a wedding gift. And I am doing this on 14 count Ada in Crystal Fresco from Picture This Plus, because the last time I restarted this, I was still using Ada, or purchasing Ada and liking Ada. If I started this again, I would probably start it on an even weave, but this one is actually really, really soft. It doesn't feel like your typical Ada. It feels more like a Jaslyn almost. So it's okay. But here's where I am at this point, working on the border. And I like the fabric I picked out because I kind of like the stone aspect of it. It kind of fits with the whole Tuscany idea, the roses growing in around it, because rose was our primary flower for our wedding. And then I'm using one of my crown needle minders from Gina's Unique Needle Minders, because I am the stash queen. So yeah, and this one will come back up again as the 4th of my August ABC. So I'll get a little bit of progress on it this week before we start on its week of focus for August ABCs, because that's the last one. I have a different one next week for August ABCs. So yay! That is my whips for the week. Come back next week to see where I got on all of them. So giveaways. I was lucky enough to win not one, but 2 giveaways recently. First, so I want to thank Jennifer Hassler and Emily Chadwick for their generosity and their great giveaways. I'm waiting for the pattern from Jennifer to come. It was the Cirque du Cirques, the circle one from Ink Circles, which is gorgeous, and I hadn't seen it, and oh my god, I love it. It's beautiful. I can't wait to do it. I will have to raid my stash and my floss and my fabrics to figure out the best combo for it, but it's just gorgeous. I'm so excited. And then from Emily, I won a $10 or 10 pound gift certificate from so-and-so in the UK, and I used that to purchase some more of the flosses that I will need for my 2 chatelaines for next year. So not only will I have a piece of Denver, they'll have a piece of England in them too, and I'll show those off when they arrive. I'm excited. I've surpassed the 500 subscriber mark a while ago, and didn't even think about giveaway, quite honestly. But I'm thinking about giveaways now. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it. I'm not sure what I'm going to give away, but I'm thinking about it. So I just want to thank the people, everyone, whether I win or if I don't, or if I sign up or if I don't, who are generous enough to do the giveaways. I think that's a great, it's a wonderful thing to participate in those and to see people get excited about whatever they may win. And I'm always going to encourage stash enhancement. I am stash queen. I just think it's a really generous way of giving back to this community. And I want to make sure that when I do my giveaway, that I do something that reflects my sincere feelings and affection for this community. So I'm thinking about it. Don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm not giving myself any specific, I must reach X number of subscribers, because I've already hit one of the milestones apparently, which thank you everyone for subscribing. It thrills me every day to get new subscriber notifications. I love it. Stick around. I hope you're enjoying. But I'll think of something. I will think of something. So more to come on that. And when those stash enhancements come in, I will definitely be showing them off. So the last thing I'm going to talk about today is stash, my latest stash enhancement, or stash, pattern stash, to show you guys. And I hadn't decided yet what I was going to do when I sat down to organize everything today. And I pulled out this top box up here. Has the majority of my patterns. Not all, but the majority. So I was looking in there. I looked at some others in these piles back here that I can't really point backwards on the screen. And I was just like, I can't show the rest of my patterns because, oh my God, there's a lot of them. Sometimes I don't even realize how much I actually have until I start going through things. It gets kind of scary. And I know I'm going to start in 2 weeks when the kids go back to school, start cleaning this room out and start organizing things. And so this may even be, actually, no, I take that back. Next week will probably be the last, it's not going to be the rest of my stash of my patterns, but it'll probably be my last pattern video until I do a little bit more organization in here. We'll see. I reserve the right to change my mind if and when the time comes. And that's just the stash. I mean, it's not going to end haul videos or anything else like that. But anyway, I'm rambling. I do that. You guys know that by now. So I thought I was going to show off. And then I watched Coffee Stitch's video, and one of the things he shows off is his haul of Brooks books, and I figure I can go ahead and do that. I've got several of the ones he's already shown off, but I have others too. So I'm going to show off my Brooks books haul, or stash, and then I'm also going to show off my Sew to Stitch stash. I think Brooks books and Sew to Stitch kind of complement each other as far as aesthetic is concerned. They're both, you know, kind of the whimsical type. I do agree with Coffee Stitcher that, and I said this in my last video, the Wizard of Oz Santa that Brooke has designed is stunning, and I will be getting it. It may not be tomorrow when it goes in the shop that I get it, but I will be getting it. As well as the Santa that I don't have this Santa, oh, who just showed the other Santa off? I just watched, and I'm forgetting the name. I'm going to show the other Santa and Mrs. Claus that I love, and I want to get those too. I have a thing for Santa Claus. But anyway, I'm rambling again. So I'm going to start off with the Sew to Stitch stash. I have another Sew to Stitch order coming in because someone had asked me where I ordered my Sew to Stitch, and I went and found a link to post or to give to them. I get mine off of eBay. If you go to eBay and you look up Sew to Stitch, you'll find the authorized retailer for Sew to Stitch patterns. And I've bought all of mine from eBay. Yes, it takes a little while because usually it's coming from overseas, but I've never had any issues with ordering from eBay for Sew to Stitch. And I've even gotten freebies for my orders there. Now, you guys have seen a lot of the Sew to Stitch patterns that I'm working on in my whips already. It's not all the ones I have. So we're just going to go through, and I'm going to show you guys these. This one is one I actually got, one of the two. The first two I'm going to show you are actually ones I got for free from ordering 5 or more patterns at one time. And really, if you're going to order from overseas, it's better to order more than less because it saves you on shipping. This one is Moonlight Starlight. Isn't that cute and sweet? It's the little girl or the little sheep child with the little sheep, and it says good night. And it gives you lots of different, that's one thing I love about Sew to Stitch patterns. It gives you lots of different options, pictures or finishes. It don't give instructions on how to finish them, but it gives you lots of different images on how to do it. Isn't that sweet? And the next one is one I also got for free, which is called Honey Bunny. Just very, very sweet. Then this one I have is the World Festival for the girls. And I like this one because it has like Carnival, it's got a German holiday, the Lantern Festival, Rio, Carnival, Halloween, Oktoberfest, Viking Festival. It's just different native costumes and different sorts of celebrations from all over the world. And I have the male version that goes with that as well. Here's the World Festival for the boys. So same holidays, same festivals, but the male versions of the costumes. And I'm not sure yet when I do this if I'm going to do both of them together in like one piece, or if I'm going to, or how I'm going to do it yet. I really like the Venice, or the Venetian Carnival, because I love, I think she's adorable, and I just love the Carnival in general. So that's the male, or the Boy and Girl World Festival. And this one, I've seen probably some of these before. This is Wizard of Oz. Isn't that cute? And then this one is Little Red Riding Hood. I have this whole little square series. One I'm working on right now is Anne of Green Gables from this series. And then there is Snow White. I do like Snow White a lot. She would probably be the next one I would do of this. I love the little dwarves down here at the bottom. Aren't they sweet? Not sure how I feel about the evil witch being a redhead, though, as the mother of redheads. Then we got Alice in Wonderland, which I know a few people are working on. I think Coffee Stitcher's working on this one, I think. Then we've got Hansel and Gretel. This one of all of them, I probably is my least favorite. I think it's sweet. I think it's great for like a kitchen type thing, but I think they missed a lot of opportunities with the decor for this, because really they just made a boy and a girl and lots of sweets instead of the house and the witch and the crumbs and all that stuff. Then this one, let's see, this is another one that I really liked. It's the World Collection. This isn't festivals, but it's like local costumes. And you've got Korea, the Netherlands, India, China, Greece, Spain, Japan, and Egypt. And I just love them. And these are the girls. Let's see if I can push them a little bit closer. Sorry for the glare. I'm trying to avoid it, but it's kind of hard. And then here are the boys, with the same places. I love the little pharaoh here at the end. I think he's awesome. And again, when I get around to doing these, I do kind of like the one they did here at the bottom, where it's one where they put the couples together. But we'll see when I get to this point how I decide to do them, if I want to do the girls separately or the boys, or put them together, or how I'm going to do it. But I do like them. I think they're really cool. Pharaoh is probably my favorite of the boys, for sure. Then I am working on the princesses pattern. I decided not to do the princes with them, but I do have the prince pattern for Snow White and Rapunzel and the Little Mermaid and Cinderella and Aladdin and Sleeping Beauty. So they are all the princes. I like the idea of having the prince and the princesses done separately. So that's the prince. Then movies in my memory. Classic movies. I really got this for Juliet and for Gone with the Wind. I just thought that was so cool. Though I do like this one, which is reference to Tiffany's too. And then this one is really, probably should have shown this one first. This is the one that started off my Soda Stitch obsession, because Coffee Stitcher and another stitcher who I don't think is on Flosstube, but Kenny, showed these off in For the Love of Cross Stitch, which is the other cross stitch group that I am in. And I fell in love with Soda Stitch, and I haven't stitched this one yet, but I love it. It's in the Fairy Tales book, which Garrett, we know, is doing. Gosh, the glare. I'm sorry for the glare, but that's what started my obsession with Soda Stitch. And then I went and I was like, oh my god, look at all of these. So yes, Soda Stitch is awesome. eBay, look up Soda Stitch, 2 words, and you'll find the first result is always the guy or the official dealer for Soda Stitch. So and buy more. Like if you buy more, you must buy more. I recommend buying not just one at a time. If there are several that you like, I recommend buying them all in once because it'll save you on shipping, and they usually throw in a free pattern too. All right, Brooks Books. I've got the one Brooks Books pattern that I'm working on right now is the Spirit of Cross Stitch Angel that I showed you guys when I got back from vacation. Some of these are going to be duplicates for anyone who watches Coffee Stitcher's videos. Some of these are duplicates of ones he just showed in today's video. Sorry. Some aren't. But I had purchased a couple of her different sets that she was selling on her Etsy shop. Like groups of patterns, clearance stuff, and just got a whole bunch of them. And I just think they're so precious. And these remind me a lot of, and some of these do, of like the Mill Hill kits, which are just the small, quick little perforated paper stitches. I just have to buy the supplies for them. It's not like I don't have to do for Mill Hill. But I like them, and I can see doing all sorts of these for myself or for gifts or whatever. So let's show them off. The first one, and I am showing them in, here's the size of small patterns, here's the size of medium patterns. It's the only organization that I have for it at this point. This one is Annie the Autumn Witch, which I think so cute. I love her little witch line, which several of these are. Let's see. Then the next one I have is Gwendolyn the Great. I love a cute little witch. This one is Hannah the Happy. These are all little witchy sisters line. I love the broom. I think that's really cool. This one is Polly the Pirate Witch. I really like her a lot. And again, really cool effects with the broom. Then this one is Sadie the Spring Witch. She's lovely. This one is Sandy the Summer Witch. Of course, in a bikini. Or in a two-piece. And then here is Trixie the Halloween Witch. She's so cute. All dressed up. And here is Wendy the Winter Witch. She's a lot. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. But remember, these are in no specific order. I like her a lot, though. Then I have the Spirit Angel Joy. I think she'd be really pretty to make into an ornament put on the Christmas tree. And then here's Spirit Angel Hope. I love the colors on her. She's awesome. I love the whole Celtic feel of her. Then here's another witch. This one is Fauna the Fairy Witch. And then we have Fiona the Fae. I love fairies. We have established this. Then this one, I didn't think this until Coffee Stitcher said it, but yes, she does look like Bernadette Peters. This is Pinky the Peppermint Angel. She's really cute. Then I have Peg the Plum Pudding Angel. I like her. And then Gretel the Gingerbread Angel. I love the dress on her. I just like that whole. And then this one is Spirit of Christmas Present. Let's go Skatey. Spirit of Christmas Past. I love the wreath with the candles on her head. And then Spirit of Christmas Future. I love the whole Victorian costume. She's just awesome. And then I have the Spirit Angel Peace. Another beautiful one of the Spirit Angels. Then here is Spirit Angel Love. That's the last of my little ones. Her outfit does make me think of the Queen of Hearts. But she's pretty, I like her. Then this one is the Spirit of America Dimensional Angel Ornament, which I've, like Coffee Stitcher mentioned, I've seen a lot of people working on this. It's very pretty, very patriotic. Then this one is the Spirit of the Christmas Star, which my daughter really likes. She likes the star primarily. Then I have the Stitch a Little Crystal Critter Collection. My favorite is the penguin. But they're a bunch of cute little ornament options. Then this one is Spirit of the Sugar Plum Fairy. And then I have Spirit of the Bride, which I will save for an occasion. Huh. Apparently I have two Spirit of America angels. So one may be put to a giveaway. Then I have Alice. I've seen a couple of people work on this one. Just her dress, which is really cute. And then this one is the Happy Couple, the Darcys, which I couldn't resist because I do love Pride and Prejudice. And then here's the Little Women set. This one is Beth March from Little Women. And I do like how all four, you can do them separately or you can do all four together. I think if and when I stitch this, I'll do all four together. But that's Beth. Here is Amy. Here is Jo. I like her. And then here is Meg. I do think we'll stitch all four of them together like that. I do like that setup. And then this one is Dad's Good Advice. Dad always said, follow your heart, but take your brain with you. I can see stitching that either from my husband or from my father. Perhaps both. Same with this one. Dad, a son's first hero, a daughter's first love. I think if I stitched one, I would stitch this one for my father and this one for my husband because he's got one son and one daughter. As opposed to my father who has two daughters and one son. But since I'm going to be doing the Biscorn News, Biscorni, Biscorne, Biscornerini. Sorry, I'm getting silly. For the women, for Mother's Day, I may have to do these for Father's Day next year. Then this one is called Emma Rose. I think she's pretty. And then this one my daughter has also claimed. It's the Snow Queen's Tiara. But it's a crown. So it may be a Dash Queen crown collection piece. Spirit of Snow Angel. She thought this one reminded her of Elsa, which I can see why. Then this is the 2007 Spirit of Christmas Angel, which I really like primarily because of the lion. I thought the lion was really awesome on that one. Then this one is the Angel of Cross Stitch, which is different from the Spirit of Cross Stitch Angel. But of course I will eventually do her too. And then the last one is probably my favorite of these dimensional ones, and that I have left. The Spirit of Cross Stitch Angel was my favorite. This one's probably my second favorite. Spirit of Evergreen. I think she is gorgeous. Just beautiful. The ribbon intimidates me a little. but I think she's beautiful. So there you go. That's what happens when you buy. Here's a massive lot. And I bought them all from Brooke. So they were all purchased legally. I guess I just didn't realize I had 2 Spirit of America ones. That's okay. So yeah, there you go. There's my latest stash update. Next video will be Saturday, because that will be my next August ABCs update. Any haul I get this week, I will share then. I know there's a couple other tags out there. I'm woefully behind on responding to comments and watching Flosstube. Honestly, I try to subscribe to everyone who subscribes to me. I think that's only fair that, on my part, I don't expect everyone to do it. But if you are interested enough to follow me and see what I'm doing, I want to follow you and see what you're doing as well. Problem is, YouTube only lets you see like the last 20 or however many it is on your subscriptions to see what videos are up next. And you know, I can check it in the morning and watch a video on, you know, the latest subscriptions in the morning while I'm stitching like my hour of August ABCs, and then I come back in the evening to watch some more, and all of the videos from the morning have been scrolled off because so many more people are uploading, and I think it's great. Don't get me wrong. Keep posting. Keep doing your videos. I love them. But it's definitely making me get woefully behind. So forgive me. I appreciate every comment. I'm going to, after I get everything picked up and go back downstairs, I'm going to try to go and get, sorry, Coffee Stitcher just made a very loud comment on Facebook Messenger. You'll know which comment you made, Coffee Stitcher. So I am going to try to go and finish and get all my comments responded to and updated. I appreciate them. Don't think that I don't think I'm not paying attention. I am. I love them. Every single one of them makes me smile. Just forgive me if I'm behind on tags, if I'm behind on videos. There was a time when I was caught up, and then I got more subscribers, and I subscribed more, and more people started posting and doing videos. And it's a fantastic problem to have. It really, really is. So, other than that, that's it for me today. I hope you all have a great Stitchy week. I will see you guys on Saturday, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!